Ukraine's military intelligence operatives from the elite Kraken unit are once again proving why they are feared on the battlefield. In Zaporizhzhia, these highly trained specialists have been dismantling Russian positions with precision and relentless efficiency. Throughout October, the unit destroyed dozens of enemy fortifications, eliminated large groups of infantry, downed Reconnaissance and strike drones, and set Russian armored vehicles ablaze, slowing the occupiers' advance and tightening Ukraine's control over this sector. This video features exclusive footage of the strikes, the coordination, and the exacting work that continues to push the enemy back. The fight goes on, and Ukraine's defenders are delivering results. Ukrainian Reconnaissance units continue to advance with precision and discipline. In this operation, our scouts carried out a targeted clearing mission in an undisclosed settlement in the Zaporizhzhia region, a location previously held by Russian airborne forces. Working quietly and efficiently, Ukrainian troops identified enemy positions, swept through the area and neutralized the remaining threats, restoring control step by step. This video captures the calm, methodical work of our intelligence teams as they push the occupier out of yet another piece of Ukrainian land, proving once again that no position the enemy takes is truly secure. The occupiers just faced another week of relentless pressure from Ukraine's 46th Air Brigade, and the results speak for themselves. Coordinated action across all units of the brigade continues to grind down Russian forces day after day. Our troops eliminated enemy personnel, struck fortified positions, and destroyed both motorbikes and vehicles used by the occupiers to move along the front. Every strike is a reminder to the invaders: this land is ours, and we will push them out completely. Footage shows how the 46th Podillia Air Brigade of Ukraine's air assault forces turned the enemy's picnic into a battlefield they cannot endure. This is a powerful look at the night shift of the Limansky Meat Plant, the nickname for the heavy drone bomber pilots from the 63rd Brigade Unmanned Systems Battalion. Operating under cover of darkness, the skilled crews carried out a series of precise strikes that dismantled Russian positions and neutralized around 50 enemy fighters. Their work shows how technology, coordination, and discipline are steadily reshaping the battlefield in Ukraine's favor. In this video, you'll see the calm professionalism of the pilots, the accuracy of their strikes, and the growing impact of Ukraine's drone forces as they tighten pressure on the occupier, step by step, night after night. The fiber-optic FPV pilots of Ukraine's 57th Motorized Brigade are turning the Vovchansk axis into a nightmare for the occupiers. Operating from long distances, they strike with eerie silence, blistering speed, and ruthless accuracy, giving the enemy no chance to hide, no chance to escape. Every launch is a calculated blow. Every hit shatters another Russian attempt to advance. Their FPV teams roam the battlefield like hunters in the dark, dismantling positions and crushing enemy movements before they even begin. This video captures the intensity of their work, a frontline where precision becomes power and where the occupier learns again and again that Ukraine owns the night. As Solntsepiok obliterated and millions go up in smoke. Pilots of Ukraine's 3rd Army Corps have taken out one of Russia's most feared heavy flamethrower systems, the 220mm TOS Solntsepiok, during operations in the Liman sector. This weapon is designed to fire thermobaric munitions, level fortifications, and create a devastating kill zone the enemy relies on to pressure Ukrainian defenses and support their assaults. Losing it is not just a tactical defeat for Russia, it's a multi-million-dollar disaster. And it took only an FPV drone worth a few $100s, supported by the unmatched skill of the 63rd Brigade's unmanned systems pilots. Watch how a single precise strike turns one of the Kremlin's most expensive terror weapons into a burning crater, and shows once again that we can do on the battlefield. The enemy has grown bold enough to push tanks toward Pokrovsk, but even heavy armor can't survive the precision of Ukraine's drone operators. One by one, Russian vehicles are turning to burning wrecks long before they can reach our lines. And when tanks fall this easily, the fate of lighter equipment isn't even worth questioning. This video showcases the combat work of the 155th Mechanized Brigade's drone operators, whose accuracy and coordination continue to strip the occupier of its strength on the Pokrovsk axis. Step by step, strike by strike, Ukraine keeps the advance under control. On the Pokrovsk axis, operators of the 3rd Special Operations Regiment carried out a swift and highly coordinated raid, and the results were decisive. Striking deep into enemy positions, Ukrainian special forces neutralized the occupiers on site, with several surviving Russians captured during the assault. Amid the chaos of the attack, our soldiers also used an NAR evacuation system to rescue 3 wounded servicemen from the neighboring unit, pulling them to safety under fire. This video reveals how SSO operators combine precision, speed and courage, dismantling enemy defenses while ensuring that no wounded Ukrainian is left behind. Special operations forces continue striking key enemy targets in a battle for Pokrovsk, and the results are devastating for the occupier. In Pokrovsk, a critical Russian position used by snipers and assault troops was destroyed, stripping the enemy of a major tactical advantage. In Shahove, an entire concentration of Russian assault groups was detected and eliminated. In Sontsivka, a temporary base and ammunition site for UAV crews was hit, wiping out enemy personnel. In the Kuchayevsk, an ammunition depot was reduced to rubble. And in Rybinsk, a logistics unit's location was successfully struck. Target after target, the SSO dismantles Russia's frontline infrastructure, tightening the noose around the occupiers' positions across Donetsk. The drones of the Spartan Brigade continue to terrorize Russian forces across fields, trenches and tree lines, striking wherever the occupier tries to hide. Russian troops are sent forward in small assault groups, instructed to crawl through vegetation, gather strength in makeshift shelters, or push slowly toward Ukrainian positions. Their mission is simple: survive long enough to advance. But in the sector controlled by Spartan, their mission is nearly impossible. Every movement the enemy makes is tracked from above, every attempt to regroup is exposed, and every advance turns into a final stop on Ukrainian soil. Watch how Spartan's UAV operators, calm, relentless and highly skilled, identify enemy clusters, strike fortified hideouts, and disrupt Russian assaults before they even begin. Their precision takes away the occupiers' ability to maneuver, forcing them into panic, retreat or elimination. The message is clear: if you advance in a Spartan's zone of responsibility, you don't advance for long. The Phoenix unit continues to dominate the Ocheretina axis, stopping Russian assaults and cutting the occupiers' logistics thread by thread. In this sector, every attempt by Russian forces to break through meets a wall of coordinated Ukrainian fire. Phoenix operators detect assault groups early, disrupt their movement routes, and strike supply lines that the enemy desperately depends on. Trucks, ammo drops, regrouping points, nothing remains secure under their watch. The unit works with precision and discipline, halting attacks before they gain momentum and choking enemy logistics until their assault waves collapse. Phoenix holds the line and makes sure the occupier cannot move forward, cannot resupply, and cannot breathe freely on Ukrainian land. The Rubaka operators of the 77th Separate Air Mobile Brigade delivered another precise and devastating blow to the occupier on the Kharkiv front. 2 Russian infantry groups were moving out to launch an assault on Ukrainian positions, but they never made it. From the moment they stepped off, Rubaka's Reconnaissance and strike drones tracked their movement, exposed their routes, and struck with pinpoint accuracy. Calm coordination, fast identification, and flawless execution allowed Ukrainian operators to dismantle both groups before they could approach our defenses. This video shows how Rubaka turns every enemy assault into a failed attempt and keeps the front line firmly under Ukrainian control. On the Kostiantynivka axis, fighters of the 3rd Mechanized Battalion of the 93rd Holodny Yar Brigade once again stopped a Russian assault head-on. Enemy forces attempted another push, moving in numbers and hoping to break through Ukrainian defenses. But the defenders of Holodny Yar met the attack with coordinated fire, precise drone work, and disciplined infantry action, stopping the assault cold and inflicting heavy losses on the advancing units. This video shows how the brigade's fighters maintain control of the battlefield, repel wave after wave of Russian attacks, and ensure that every enemy attempt to move forward ends in failure. Holodny Yar holds the line, and the occupier pays the price for every step they try to take. On the front line, some decisions by the occupiers only speed up their fate, like 3 Russian soldiers trying to move together on the single quad bike, hoping to avoid being targeted one by one. Instead, they made themselves the perfect mark. FPV operators of the 38th Marine Brigade tracked the vehicle, locked onto it, and delivered a precise strike that instantly ended the enemy's attempt to regroup or advance. This video shows how Ukrainian drone teams use speed, accuracy, and sharp battlefield awareness to stop the occupiers' movements and deny them any chance to maneuver. 1 quad bike, 1 strike, 3 fewer invaders on Ukrainian land. That's all for now. If you believe the world should know the truth about this war, make sure to subscribe, like and share this video so everyone can see what Ukraine is fighting for. Together we are stronger, together we bring victory closer.